Welcome to Vent with Michelle Malkin. I'm Bethany, sitting in for Michelle today. On the front burner, debt. How many credit cards do you have? If you're like most Americans, you don't even want to think about how much you owe. With consumer debt and personal bankruptcy at an all-time high, it is no surprise that one of America's most popular radio talk shows preaches not conservative politics, but conservative finances. For 3 hours each day, the Dave Ramsey Show has become a message of hope to its millions of listeners. Whether it's Oprah, 60 Minutes, or one of his 2 million listeners, everyone wants to talk to Dave Ramsey, including us. So, we showed up at his Nashville broadcast headquarters one day to talk to him about his radio show, his new pilot for CBS, and why he has such a passion for conservative, debt-free living.
That's good. Yeah, you guys are awesome. What's up, America? I love it.
Well, I grew up like most people, not rich. And when I got out of college, met my beautiful wife, Sharon, we were broke, like most people. Driving a 1902 Pinto, eating off a card table. You remember, we ain't got money, honey, but we got love. And it's a good thing, too, because we ain't got no money. And I started buying and selling real estate. And I got rich, at least by a kid from Antioch, Tennessee standards. Starting from nothing, we ended up with about $4 million worth of real estate by the time I was 26 years old. A little over $1 million net worth. I was making about $250,000 a year, $20,000 a month. Where I come from, that's rich. But I did some stupid stuff. And stupid stuff always comes back to haunt you. We had about $1.2 million borrowed from our largest lender, a lot of 90-day notes, short-term notes, because we were buying houses, fixing them, and flipping them. And that bank got sold to another bank. And they looked down and said, oh, there's a kid, $26 million, or 26 years old, that owes us $1 million. This is scary. And they called our notes. And we spent the next 2.5 years of our life dealing with the resulting avalanche. We lost everything we owned. You know, my wife thought she was married to Sir Galahad. Turns out it was Goober. So she had to kind of get through that process. And that was about almost 20 years ago now. And at the bottom of that mess, I decided I was going to learn how money really works. And I went on a quest, literally, talking to old rich people with no hair and gray hair that had money. See, I've been young and rich. I didn't want to talk to me. I want to talk to somebody who made it and kept it. Now, there's an idea. And I started establishing principles in my life that have never changed over those years. And I also discovered biblical finance from writers like Larry Burkett and Ron Blue and people that led me into what the Bible had to say about money, which was also lining up with what these old people were saying. It's called common sense. So I needed to get some of it. And I started establishing these no matter what's, these principles. And the first one was, no matter what, I don't borrow money. No matter what, I don't take financial advice from broke people anymore. And that grew and grew and grew until finally we started doing a little radio show, had a couple of little books, and now we've had 3 New York Times bestsellers and 3 million listeners every day. The Dave Ramsey Show is now the largest syndicated talk radio show in America that is not corporate owned. We're the only one in the top 10 that's not corporate owned. About 1.5 years, 2 years ago, we had a 12-minute segment on 60 Minutes. They were very nice to us, and it was a joy to work with them, actually. And off of that then, the president of CBS Entertainment, Nina Tassler, called us, and they started talking about somehow developing a show on television around this idea of helping people with their money and getting out of debt and the common sense stuff we teach on our radio show every day. And so finally we came down to the type of show we wanted to develop was a reality show where we actually walk with the families through the process, and it's usually fairly painful, and there's some victories and some drama of getting out of debt. So now I guess it's down to they will decide if they're actually going to air it. If they do air it and it gets good ratings, it probably will become a series. If it doesn't get good ratings, then I guess we had a special on CBS.
After 20 years, Dave Ramsey's message remains simple. Spend less money than you earn, don't use credit, and save, save, save. A big thank you to Dave Ramsey for spending time with us today and for finally convincing me to cut up my credit cards. Thank you also to Michelle Malkin for allowing me to sit in. Make sure that you visit us at our video blog at realverse.com. Until the next event, I'm Bethany for Hot Air.